This is an illustration of a typical transmission core return without a bell housing, which is considered an acceptable core. Sometimes we receive cores fully dressed, which include the bell housing, shifting tower, and yokes still attached. We have no issues with these types of returns. We also check to make sure the input and output shafts turn freely. If the input shaft turns and output shaft does not turn at the same time, it can still be considered an acceptable core if you can rotate the output shaft manually. Additionally, we always check to make sure there are no cracks, bulges, or holes in the housing, so this example is considered an acceptable core. Also, cores must be returned complete to receive credit. Here's an example of a disassembled core return that includes all the parts. This would still be considered an acceptable core return. Please note, mixed and matched components from other cores will not be accepted. It needs to be the original core and 100% complete. Any cores with cracks or holes in the housing cannot be salvaged, so no credit can be issued. Additionally, no core credit will be issued on units which have been burned up due to improper lubrication levels, have been exposed to fire, have severe rust because of prolonged weather exposure. If we receive any cores with these issues, you will be notified by phone. You need to remove the transmission cover to be able to do an internal inspection. First, remove the bolts and then tap on the button and lift up on the breather to remove the cover. Residue oil in the system is considered okay. Some gear teeth may be sheared, which is acceptable, because the gears will be replaced anyway. If the unit is seized, the gears will not move freely. Additionally, many of the gears will have a blue coloring with a distinct smell of burnt oil. No core credit will be issued in this case. When reinstalling the transmission cover, make sure the shifter pin is pushed inward so it does not interfere with the internal stick shift pin. Make sure the shift bars are aligned and are in the neutral position. Align the forks up to the collars so they are in the neutral position and gently let the cover down. If the external and internal shift pins interfere with each other, the cover will stick up. To avoid this, make sure the external shift pin is pushed into the inward position. This will allow the cover to close correctly with the guide pin properly aligned. Once the cover is properly positioned, you can then easily reinstall the bolts. Finally, we don't tie up your money by delaying core credits for an extended time period. As an industry leader, ULT strives to process all core return credits within 2 to 3 weeks of when they are received. For more information, visit our website at ultpowertrain.com.